Hi, I'm Ted from Rorocket, and today we're going to do a couple of tests with our new glue. It's called Plybond 3. We're going to test it against a very popular Titebond 3 that we actually use, we sell with our kits. So what I've done today is I've set up a piece of bamboo. I've numbered it 1 to 12, which is 1 minute to 12 minutes. I've cut little squares and I've marked them T and P, one for Titebond and one for Plybond. And every minute, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take and I'm gonna place 2 of these pieces on top of the drying glue. This will give us an idea of how the glue reacts over a 12-minute period. When it's dried, it's going to look something similar to this. And what we'll be able to do with it is we're going to be able to take it and flex it and listen to it and see whether or not the pieces separate from the glue. I've also set up 2 gluing stations, one for the Titebond 3 and one for the Plybond 3. I'm going to pour an equal amount of glue into these 2 containers, pour them out at the same time on top of this card. With 2 rollers, I'm going to roll glue onto each one, and then I'm going to roll on either side of my piece of bamboo. Once I've gone through the process of gluing and putting the individual pieces of bamboo on top of it over a 12-minute period, I'm then going to take a vacuum bag, place the bamboo test piece into the vacuum bag, seal it, and pump the air initially out with a vacuum pump using our new adapter, and then finish it off using our little hand pump, because I know our little hand pump will provide a little bit more pressure than what the electric pump does. I've set up a timer over here that will tell me when to put my pieces down, and it'll run over a 12-minute period. We won't put the first piece down until the 1-minute mark. To let you know, I'm at home because of COVID-19. Marcel, who normally does Rorocket videos, is at home and obviously can't do the tests. We can't go into the shop to set up there, so we decided that we would do this little video from our home. Nora's the camera person, and we'll see how well we can get through this. So we put a little bit of Plybond into the first container, okay? We'll do the same with the Titebond 3. First thing you want to do whenever you roll glue is you want to make sure you inject the roller. You want to get it good and wet because the roller soaks up an amount of glue. Okay, so the one thing I can't do is mix up the rollers. This is the Titebond and this is the Plybond, and we're going to just roll the 2. We're going to try to get it fairly wet. Okay. I have to use a little bit more glue. So I'm going to turn on my little timer here, and I'm going to wait 1 minute. Okay, we're coming up to the 1 minute mark, so at 1 minute I'm going to lay my 2 pieces down. Just sort of move them around like that. So we're going to do this all up to 12 minutes. You can see that both glues are staying fairly white and not drying out yet. That's a really great thing because you want the glue to stay in its liquid form for 12 minutes. 12 minutes is a long time for building a board, for getting it in a vacuum bag. I would say if you were good at it, you would want to do it in 7 or 8 minutes. I would say the Plybond has stayed a little bit more liquid. Okay, done. So we'll try this out, see what happens. We had some technical problems. We had, believe it or not, a bag that failed. Okay, this is day 2. It's been 24 hours since doing the test. Yesterday, when I put my test sample into the vacuum bag, I had lots of problems with sealing the bag. It wouldn't pump the air out properly. I discovered that the nozzle had been bent over and actually broken. The bag that I used sat around my little shop here, not being used for a year, and I probably threw a bunch of stuff on top of it by accident. I changed bags and I used this one, which luckily worked for us. Instead of taking the 12 or 13 minutes to get it into the bag and sealed and pumped out, it probably took between 17 to 18 minutes. So that's a testament to actually the 2 glues, the Titebond 3 and the Plybond 3. Both work really well and give you lots of time to get your project glued up and into the bag properly. Every minute I laid down 2 pieces. On one side is the Titebond 3 and on the other side is the Plybond 3. And if I take and I do the flex test, okay, you can see that down at the 1 minute mark, the glue is binding completely. There's no separation between the top pieces of bamboo and the substrate. And I keep moving up, still no separation, and I go right up to the top. There is absolutely no separation. And in fact, I could break that lower layer of bamboo and it would not separate the top pieces. The 2 glues are quite similar, both in coverage and in strength. The difference between the 2 is the price. The Plybond 3 is quite a bit cheaper than the Titebond 3. So if you're looking to reduce costs when you're building boards, this would be a great glue to use, and I highly recommend it. Thanks for watching this video today on the 2 glues that we offer at Rorocket. If you need any more information, check us out on our website, and if you have questions, feel free to give us a call anytime.